This was to continue on the theme that you can host other documents. You might want to check out Twinmotion. It's actually free at the moment if you go online and look for it from Unreal Engine. I don't know how much longer it will be free. It's changing the way the industry works, but the idea is that I can, from my Revit model, I can produce a photorealistic model in Unreal Engine, and it'll let me modify the building elements that are there. But it also has a huge library of, for example, different materials, where I can see different glass types, and all I have to do is actually kind of pick my glass type and drag it onto the object that I want. For example, replacing the glass in my windows in the project. It's got, for example, a large library of landscape materials, so like grasses. I could just drag that onto the surface to put it in there. If I want, I can pick a material from my model. So if I pick, say, the facade of my building, and I can see the material that's in there, I can either edit it to make it more or less reflective, or to change the scale of the material. Interestingly, what I can do is I can specify kind of a background. So let me just take some vegetation, some trees, and they are not all the same. It's not like a stamp of a tree. It's more like you get different variations on a theme. So it's the same tree, but no two trees look the same. There's faster ways to do this, but I'm just wanting to show just a quick overview. And the reason being that, again, it lets me create interactive content where not only do I have, for example, people, but you see if I can have motion. That can be for vehicles or it can be for people. So if I click on creating a vehicle path and I just give 2 points, what you'll see is that immediately I get vehicles moving along that path. And then I can control how many lanes do I have, whether I have 1 or 2, how density is, like how many cars are moving along, what speed are they moving along. And it's all just driven by graphics. I'm not having to code anything. I'm just using a really kind of a scroll bar to change it. You can also designate the weather. So you see if I said it's a sky conditions, a cloudy day or a rainy day, or a mixture of both. You know, this would be in the animation, or a sunny day again. So you see, for example, if I picked on the cloudy overhead sky, and then on the bottom are the actual seasons of the year. So if I've got rain, where I can see the rain here, but if I chose winter, that would be snow. And if I went back to summer, it's just so it's summer, spring, fall, and it's summer, spring, winter, and fall. Notice my trees don't have leaves in the winter if they're deciduous trees, which is kind of cool. I can create from here content. So let me go back to a character path. Right, so a character path would be if I click where I want to begin and I click where I want to end. So I'm just making a path by just clicking on the screen. A little dangerous. I'm going to cross the street with a character. Yeah, and you see I've got people, and then those people I can designate what kind of nationality they have, what kind of clothes they have, all of the many options. When I want to make a video, what I have to do is just create a clip. So if I say create a clip, that would be like a sequence of captured animations. So if I change the clip time to say 40 seconds, that means it will be 40 seconds duration as I move to the next clip. So I'm rolling forward, so I'm closer to the entry, and then all I have to do is say plus to add a new clip to it. I could repeat that to make it as complex as I want it to be. Just turning my model, and I'm just using the scroll bar to turn my model to look at the roof. And then when I've moved my camera up there, I would look and click on the plus to save that location. So now I have actually a sequence of within of clips. If I say save out the clip, I can say export it. I would point to my folder where I want to keep it. That's actually my BIM 360 folders on my desktop, so I could direct it to my folder on my local PC and put it in the animations folder. And like I say, anything that I put in these folder is synced to be saved up to the cloud. So if I save my animations in there, it would be synced up to the cloud, where I could then share it with other people. I did speed up the exporting a bit. It is pretty fast, but I did speed it up so it wouldn't be taking too long as you look at it here. By speed up, I mean I edited the movie, so it's not taking just as long as it did in real life, which was about, I think, half an hour. Okay, I can save that Twinmotion file. So if I were you, I would keep my eyes open on Unreal Engine and Unity Engine and the products associated with them, because these are changing the way that content is created. I'll save my file and my animation in my folder. Call it Macy's, and save my project or not. That's the authoring file for what I've got here. So if the Revit model changes, I'd be able to update the Twinmotion model. And then if I go up here, the idea is that you see that it's actually saved it up to the folder. And what I could do is, rename it or share it with somebody else. I could have named the clip Eagle Point while it was in my Twinmotion, and it's version 9. I can share it, and other people can look at it. So just to show you what it looks like, is that was the clip 1 before I renamed it. So camera moving across the street, taking about 40 seconds to go to the next clip. Then we started to move up, looking at the project, and you can also change individually the time of year in the different clips. So you could show it go from summer to winter or whatever, something like that. Very, very useful if I want to explain a design concept, or I want marketing materials, or I just want to sell my design ideas.